Hey, I'm Alice Bull, and I blog at scrapbookwonderland.com, and I run the ScrapHappy membership group. And ScrapHappy is like a home for scrapbookers online so that we can connect with other scrapbookers. It is super fun, and I really love what I do. And in order to kind of inspire people to do a little bit more scrapbooking, I generally we're always trying to find things that we can do that give us a chance to, actually do more scrapbooking. So one of our big things we do for that is the load challenge, the layout a day challenge. And that is where we actually scrapbook for a whole month. Like, I can't believe that it's truly possible. Like, the first time I signed up for one of the load challenges before I was running ScrapHappy, I was like, well, I might do a couple days, but it turned out that I did a whole month of scrapbooking, and I was like, I can't believe I just did that. That's amazing. So since then, I did more challenges. Sometimes I'm successful, sometimes I'm not. And then that led to me becoming the leader of our ScrapHappy membership group. And I just love it. Like, I found my people and we connect online. And so one thing that we like to do is get together and scrapbook together online. And that's what kind of led to these Scrapbook Live sessions. And I found that it's a great way for me to be accountable to myself. And that's why I've opened it up to everybody so that you can join me, so that everybody has that little bit of like that opportunity to sit down and say, I'm going to do my project and actually get scrapbooking. So the way I work this, if you're new, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here with us. We have a new sponsor. Let me grab my kit here. So we have a new sponsor, the Wild Hair Kits. Look at how cute that logo is. Do I have it upside down? I do. Okay, so look how cute their logo is. It's a cute little rabbit. But the Wild Hair Kit, and Allison has kindly offered to be our new sponsor. I was sponsored for this through Gossamer Blue before, but now Allison has kindly sponsored. And the way I work it when I run this is I buy my own kit, because to me, if I want to be able to tell you this is awesome, then I want to be able to pay for it myself and actually tell you that, and not feel that, well, maybe it's okay. No, I'm going to buy my own kit and I'm going to say, this is awesome because I really mean it. And in addition to that, Allison has stepped up and she said, I will sponsor a kit for one of the attendees at our Scrapbook Live event. So what I do is I will create one page, I'll do the draw, and then I'll probably create another page. Generally, that one's a pocket page. I think I'll continue with that. There is a difference in the kits compared to the Gossamer Blue, because these ones are not exactly geared for pocket page scrapbooking. Like, I think maybe I'll request a little bit more pocket stuff for next time. And then I think that we'll see how that goes from there. So if you're new to our room, as you arrive, your computer may or may not be muted. It makes a lot of background noise. Now, the great thing is that you can take off your mute and you can talk to me. So then you can share your ideas and tell me what you're working on. And at different times throughout our session, I'm definitely going to say, hey, come on, somebody want to come on and share? I really love it when people do that, because it makes this a lot more interactive. And so it's not just, hey, let's sit here and watch Alice scrapbook. Hopefully you're scrapbooking too, and that's what we really want. So if you come into the room and just have a quick look and make sure that your thing is on mute. If it's not, then there's lots of weird background noises. Other than that, at the bottom of the screen, you should be able to click on a chat function that pulls up a chat on the side of the screen so that you can type stuff in there. And if you're typing stuff in there, there'll be other people typing stuff in there. And I do try to kind of go through and make sure that I read the comments. So that's something that will happen. So to start off with, I'm going to show what was in my kit. So the Wild Hair Kit is a really unique kit club, and I was really excited when I found out about it. Allison Garling actually custom curates your kits. So what does that mean? You go onto her site when you order a kit from thewildhairkits.com, and you actually select the type of things that you scrapbook. So she has like this whole questionnaire thing. It creates your profile, your style profile, and you fill out all the questions, and depending on what you select, you'll actually get your kits based on your actual preferences and the way that you scrapbook and the supplies that you like and would actually use. So I don't know about you, but I'm not a big person for using buttons. Like, buttons are not my thing. So I specifically said I don't like buttons on the thing. And my kit contains no buttons. I do like pink, I do like frilly, I do like sparkly. Like, those things are all about me. I don't know if you can see my little thing in the background. This is my life. Like, my countertop is literally pink with roses on it. So I think that when they know this, with having somebody that gets to know these things about you, they're able to custom design kits for you. On the other hand, I said, it's not just all about the pink and girly because I have 2 boys. So I definitely need that. So I've got people announcing where they're from in the class. So Jeanette, thanks for starting this. This is fun. Jeanette is in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Kathy says she's in the Atlanta area in Georgia. Daniela is in Germany, close to Frankfurt. Jenny is from Pennsylvania. And Allison is from BC, near Vancouver in Canada here. Kimberly is in Northern Virginia. As of a month ago, she still feels like a displaced Miamian, though. I hope I said that right. Brielle is in Seattle, and I am in Whitecourt, Alberta, Canada. So, oh yay, Nadine, you're here. So my friend Nadine used to live in Whitecourt. I know her from the time when we were younger, and she is living in Red Deer in Alberta. So let's have a peek at what's in the kit, guys. I'm really excited to show you. And I totally have peeked already, and you might know this because I did share it on an Instagram story when the kit came in. I was just too excited. I'm like, I gotta see what's in here. So that's, so first off, there's this little card. It says, it's totally rad that you ordered from us. We sincerely appreciate your order and hope you enjoy your happy mail. We can't wait to see what you create. So will you pretty please tag your projects with hashtag the Wild Hair Kits? And that's what that looks like. And it's like signed on the back. So thank you. Ruth is from Florida. Thank you, Ruth. Also in the kit here, we have some little flare buttons. Now, it's funny, like, I don't always use flare because I used to think it was too bulky, but look at how thin these are. Like, that's not bulky. So I don't know. Maybe my idea of what was bulky on a page has changed, but look at this. It's cute little Instagram camera. And then the word smile written in super cute little letters. And then there's a little button with it says hello, and then there's little shoot clouds. That's the word I was looking for. I get a little tongue-tied sometimes. Then there are these enamel pins from One Canoe 2. Oh shoot, I meant to grab my pliers. Maybe I'll see if I can do that. Yeah, so these pins from One Canoe 2. Now, they're actual pins with the pin thing on the back. Personally, I would break that off. So I have pliers and I would sit here and break those off. We'll see. If I use that today, then you'll actually get to see me do that. And I should have a pair of pliers up here in this room. But they're really cute because, like, the one kind of, it says, let's get lost. And then it has like little star constellations in the background on the heart. That's what you can see. There's a flower, the little explore acorn, and the other one says adventure awaits, and it has little mountains on it. So that's cool. I like the style of those kind of things. Jeanette says, aren't people collecting pins for lanyards? Sure they are, but do I wear a lanyard? No. So, so I would just pull those backs off and put those on my page because I'd like that a lot more. One thing I did say that I love is acrylics, and I got this gorgeous one from Colorcast Designs. Yay! It says "Love You More." Isn't that sweet? Yeah, so sweet. So I really love that. The Colorcast Designs, I had ordered from them recently. Seriously, their stuff is beautiful. So beautiful. Jessica Upton is like little designing genius there. Also, because I love acrylics, there are these words, explore and play, and so pretty. And yes, Jeanette says, love you more. That's your word. I know. And it's so funny because I picked that as my my word when I was doing like the one little word thing. And I don't know if that was like for last year or 2015, maybe even 2015. But honestly, I feel that it still resonates. I always want more, and you know, more scrapbook stuff, more action, more time to scrapbook, more. That's kind of my word. So this is those cute words. Also in here, like this couldn't be more perfect for me, guys. Like, it's gold, glittery, sparkly words. Now, one thing I absolutely love to put on layouts as an embellishment is words. Love to put words on there. This is just like, she nailed it. You couldn't get to know me better than this. And then there are some white ones on the back. So super pretty. Like, look at this word family. It's just, that's just beautiful. Okay, so super loving that. And now there's some paper. Let's have a look at the paper. We'll go through quickly so that I can start some scrapbooking. Patricia is here from Arizona. Welcome, Patricia. Okay, so this paper is adorable. It is from Echo Park. Look at the little dots. I'm just loving it. And then on the back side are these arrows. Yeah. Arrows, that's another thing that I really love to use when I scrapbook. So she, like in that one paper right there, I don't actually know which side I'm going to use because I really love it. Maybe the arrows, but I really like the dots. Don't you love it? Don't you hate it when you love both sides of that? Jenny says, speaking of paper, I'm sorting paper and decluttering some. Ooh, that's a really tough task to do for me. Decluttering different things that, you know, because it turns out that I tend to just still love them. So this paper here has these cute little flowers on the background. They're adorable, but the magic, just wait, look at these cards. They're gorgeous. Oh my God, the cut apart cards on this are so beautiful. Yeah, so I'm hoping that I can use a couple of those on my pocket page today. Take a hike, wild and free, adventure awaits. The mountains are calling and I must go. Sending you sunshine, let's get lost. I'm not sure if that's gonna fit, but I'll have a look. Then also in here, there's this cute paper from, oh, and that was a One Canoe too. If you guys don't know about this company, One Canoe too, seriously, they're part of the American Crafts banner, and I met the two gals that run it when I went to CHA. Definitely look on my YouTube channel. I have all my CHA videos. I guess they don't call it CHA anymore, Creativation. I think they're all tagged CHA on YouTube because, you know, it's hard to get that new wording. But Creativation, One Canoe too, their stuff is so cool, so unique. Lots of stuff with like globes and stuff. Really liked it. Beth Snyder, I think, is the one lady's name. Okay, so then there is this paper from Pink Fresh with little mountains on it, and I love this background paper. It has like super cute words like explore, always be brave, the unknown, explore the unknown, sorry, create happiness, memories that last a lifetime, escape the ordinary. So like you could use like the whole paper as a background, or you could just like use strips of this. Oh, it'd be awesome. Okay, and then I have this one here. This is a Pink Fresh paper as well. It's got little designs on the back, and then it has a whole bunch of things on the other side, and I kind of see this as a cut apart sheet, right? Like you've got your little cards and then maybe some strips and stuff like that too. So kind of fun. And this one here is from Echo Park. More arrows. Beautiful. And then the little plus signs on the back. So the plus signs are like, it seems like such a random thing, right? Like they're in all of the kits right now, in all of the paper lines, you see lots of the plus signs, and it's just like, I don't know, it just seems kind of random that, you know, it's the embellishment or it's the style of the time, right? This paper here is also from Pink Fresh with cute little flowers and kind of mountains on the background, but it doesn't necessarily scream at you. This is mountain paper, so you can kind of use it for anything, which I thought that was really unique. And then I have this paper, it's like a navy stripe. And then on the back, beautiful little cameras, which I love to use as well. Having boys, I find that stars, arrows, cameras, those kind of embellishments really fit easily into creating pages. Whereas some other things, some florals and stuff, like, it's not that I don't use florals, I totally do, but, you know, they just kind of lend themselves a little less to being used on boy stuff. And now another thing that Allison had mentioned about her kits is that she likes to include something black and white. And I have this cool sticker sheet that is a black and white sticker sheet. They're kind of like a thicker, not a thicker, okay, thickers. They're a thick kind of cardstock almost feel to the stickers. And I thought they were really cute. I love like the little Viewmaster and the little camera and, you know, just the cute little tags and stuff. So that was really cool. And it is from, it's called Capture Life from Allison and Craft from Echo Park. So that was kind of neat. So that's what's in my kit. Let's see. Jenny says she's doing the Totally Tiffany Get Organized Challenge. Yeah, I actually just saw one of the videos for that the other day. I was watching, I'm like, oh, this looks like the perfect challenge. But yeah, it didn't happen in this room, let's just say. Okay, so I'm going to get started. I usually do a 12 by 12 first. And how many papers did you get? Good question. I totally didn't count. Yeah, and because the packs are customized, like you kind of, it may change. So let's have a look. There's, oh, I hate it when I lick my finger. 4, 5. This is really thick. 6, 7. So I think there's 7 plus the sticker sheet plus the thing, the little sparkly things, and 2 of the acrylics, the pins, and the little flares. Okay, so that was the kit. I was really excited. When you order to like Canada, where I am, of course, you're going to pay for shipping and that kind of stuff happens. But, you know, I just kind of figure that for me to have that, my hands on that new product and to be having those creative things. And I love the way these products work together. So that's what we're going to start with. So I recently had a friend over to my house and we scrapbooked together, and we actually took a picture. We went outside and took a picture of the 2 of us together. I'm like, look how cute she is. Oh my gosh. So yeah, we took a picture of us together, which I was excited because she came over and she actually stayed the night. We scrapbooked the one evening and then part of like most of the next day. And it was just so much fun. She actually brought photos from our childhood, I want to say. Like, I guess we were 17 at the time, but we did a trip to Fredericton, which is way across the other side of Canada, when we were members of the Students Against Drinking and Driving group in high school. And yeah, she had pictures from the trip, which was so exciting because I didn't have any pictures from that trip. Like, that trip was, I did have pictures. I had 3 pictures and they didn't really show anything. But with her pictures, she pulled them out of the thing. She wanted to actually get them out of one of those sticker kind of photo albums, like the sticky photo albums. So she took them out of the sticky photo album, and then she was able to scrapbook the pictures, and I was able to copy them and then scrapbook them. Oh my goodness, so fun. So somebody has just popped in, and you don't have your thing on mute, so I just wanted to let you know you can pop in. I could probably find, let's see, maybe that did it. Not quite. There we go. Okay, so we'll just fix that up. Okay, so then I think this paper kind of goes a little bit with my shirt, and her shirt kind of has the navy. So as I was going through here, that navy stripe kind of piqued my interest. Oh, and it has the little cameras on the background. So if I put this, let's see, how am I gonna make this work? It's a little different when I don't have the big camera or the big computer. It gives me a different angle. Down in front. Sorry, my spatial awareness is like dying right now. Okay, let's bring this over. Okay, let's see. If I put this up here, we can see it kind of, and I'll hold things up so I can kind of show you what I've got going on. I don't know if I can turn this a little bit. You'll probably see lots of my messy room, but that should be fine. There, that's a little better. Okay, except it's cutting off the top of my head. I don't know if I can live with that. We'll see. Okay, this is, I think I'm gonna work with these two papers. I'm gonna be sad not to have that, depending on how much I cover. Okay. Let's see. Let's get lost, adventure, wait, explore. I like the little flower. I might use that on this. So I'm gonna pull that out as a possibility. Like I said, I might have to break the back off, but that's okay. So that's a possibility. The shade of blue is pretty close with that. And the little flare badges fit great with that too. And then of course the little sticker things. So I'm gonna start with this, and I may pull things from my stash to add to it as I need, but I think I'm gonna put the stripes in the background and put a little strip of this maybe across here. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. So maybe I'll go with 6 inches across. Okay. Oh, I should cut the branding strip off of here. So this is the Echo Park paper that I'm using right now. And it's Creative Agenda by Caitlin Schaefer. Oh, and that has the beautiful arrows on the back. You know, this double-sided paper kills you sometimes. Oh, and I've got the word play, so that's pretty good. And then in here, I've got major heart eyes. Love it. That's one of my favorite emojis, is the heart eyes. Life is beautiful. Love the lucky ones today. Yay. Okay. So I think I'll have this here. I think I need a little bit of white to matte this photo, so it'll pop off of here a little bit more. So I recently went to the Great Canadian Scrapbook Carnival in Edmonton, and actually I saw Nadine there. You might have to request 2 of each paper for your next order, right? No kidding, Jeanette. I know it's a serious problem. But yeah, I ran into Nadine there, so that was really exciting. And I got to see papers from the new Wild Whisper Designs collection, which was cool. Tori Bissell had designed or co-designed one of them. I just have to put this up just a little bit. Yeah, get my head in there just a little bit. And that was neat to see her new paper collection, and I bought some of it. It's sitting on my desk further away. And then while I was there, I, you know, you're connecting with other people, you're getting to see everything. Oh my gosh, just love it. Checking out all the new goodies. But one of the things I did was I took a watercoloring class, watercolor lettering class with Kelly Clapstein. So awesome. Oh my goodness, so awesome. I've actually since then been practicing my watercolor lettering, and I've made some that I actually like, so that was exciting. Oh, Daniela says, I often buy two papers when I like both sides. I totally do that too. Okay, so this, let's see, I made that 6'4", so I probably want this to be about 8 inches long. I still use, like, because I used to be super obsessive with all my measurements in scrapbooking. I still tend to think about things with measurements all the time. It's kind of crazy that way. Where's that sheet? I'd like to have something that's like stretching across here. Where's the sheet? Let's have a look here. Ah, this one. Create happiness. Okay, so this part here says create happiness. How is that not perfect for this? And I know that's pulling another color in here, but I think I'm totally cool with that. So I'm going to cut this as a strip. Let's see. There we go. Look at that. That's perfect. Yeah. And I might trim it down a little. I don't know. I think I might layer. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll layer over top. And it's perfect because we were scrapbooking together. So that's good. So I like to kind of rearrange and kind of lay things out before I commit to sticking things down anywhere. And I think I can stick my photo on here right now. I'm not going right to the edge of this because I'd kind of like to be able to lift some of the things up a little bit. And if you haven't seen this before, it is the adhesive runner from Glue Dots. I'm quite a fan of it. I really like it. I saw them at CHA and I had a sample, which I had given away. I had given away all my sample stuff and I was like, oh, I kind of want that. I wish I'd kept that. But I've ordered some from them. Oh my gosh, really, really happy with them. Plus, they sponsored our scrapbooking reunion, the ScrapHappy family reunion, and they sent everybody some of their adhesive and some glue dots and some of their mega glue dots. What are they called? Like they're super strong and they hold like 8 pounds. Yeah, apparently you can put stuff up to 8 pounds with it. I was like, wow. I don't know what I'm attaching, but I think you can use them for like hanging stuff on your walls and stuff. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, the guy was super nice and sent us that out. Yay. Okay. I want that right to the edge, I think. And I'm going to pull out this word play. Now, I had watched a video a while back now. I can't remember whose video it was. I'm sorry. I just don't remember. But I'd watched them and they were like pulling one of these off of a thing and they broke it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's so sad. And they put it back together and like, it's totally fine. Literally 2 days later, I was pulling one of these off of a thing and I broke the word. I'm like, I'm jinxed. What would happen? I saw it happen and now it happened to me. So I'm going to be a little bit more careful pulling this off of here because I don't want that to happen. Okay, so I can put this up here. Yeah, maybe I'm going to have this over a little bit. I like it there. Okay, and I've got that sweet little flower. I think it's time to pull this backing up. I'm going to have to go and grab my pliers. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, so here's my pliers, and hopefully this works. Oh, do you know how lucky I am, guys? This came like right off with the little backing of it and everything. Can you see that? So it is like completely flat on the back. Most of the time, I'm not that lucky, and what happens is that it, you know, you break off the little stick, but it's still kind of rough and everything there. And then I just use like foam dots or something like that to pop it up a little bit. I'll probably still use foam because it's a good option with this, but I can't believe how easy that was. I'm so lucky. Like, that was awesome. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's so cute on here too. So, I know the microphone's in the way. Okay. So I don't have all these layers together yet, but here's what I've got going on so far. This is coming in here, and I'm thinking this is going to sit right here. We'll have a look as I build out some more embellishments. And I need a place for me to do some journaling, so maybe on the side here. I didn't really pay attention when I was looking through the papers to see if one of the papers was really great for journaling. I'm not seeing one that's super great for journaling, but do I have lots of times I like to just take like a journaling card. So let's see if I have anything sitting here on my desk. No. I can poke through this. It has some journaling cards in there. It's from Bo Bunny, and it's a line of their paper that I just totally fell in love with. It's called Life in Color. Just need something that's a little simple. It's not white enough. That would drive me crazy. Well, I guess I could use part of it here. I don't know. Okay, so that's an option. Because I've got so much white on this page, I don't really want to put cream onto it. That was what my problem was right there. Okay. And the backs. Yeah, this paper is so pretty. Okay. Oh, there we go. I think that's gonna be, that's better. Oh my gosh, this card ties it all together, guys. So it's from that Life in Color line from Bo Bunny. Do you see how it has like this little bit of orangey color up in here? It's got some blue, green. It's bringing like all of the colors from this whole page together on one little journal card. I'm just loving that. So it's gonna poke, I think, just under here. So it's got some green and some of the orange sticking out. Really like that. Well, that was a happy accident. And got my little embellishment. I think it's going to come down here. I think I need a little words and stuff or something. I think I'll use something off of this sheet. Okay. That looks good. So I'm going to actually stick some of this stuff down. This is a really big card, so I'm going to only have about half of it sticking out anyways, so I'm just going to cut it in half and throw the other half back with my stuff. And yeah, no, that looks really good. I'm going to stick things down before I lose my plan of attack here. And I have to say, like, it's been a really good creative time up in the scrapbook room lately, because just the other day I sat down. So what day was that? Wednesday. I sat down and I made, oh my gosh, it was amazing. So I made a whole album, like a whole Christmas album. I did a live thing, I think the day before. Was that Tuesday or Monday. Okay, it was Monday. I was chatting with the ScrapHappy gals, and we had our happy hour. And then at the end of our chat, you know, we'd been talking a little bit about Christmas because Allie Edwards, all her Christmas stuff was coming out. All the other companies are releasing all their Christmas stuff. And we're like, what are you guys going to do for Christmas? And I said, well, I think this year, like crazy, I've never done it before. I wanted to try a December daily. And, you know, I was kind of excited by the thought of that, but at the same time, like thinking, I don't know, because you know, it's usually a busy time of year, and I just didn't know if that was going to be something I could do. Well, it turns out that every year I'd seen this thing, and I think probably on Pinterest, where you actually make an album, like you kind of just punch them and put them together like a coil or something with your Christmas cards for a season. And I thought, that'd be kind of cool. And then I thought, I don't know if, you know, it's just like I've saved the cards, but I'd never actually done the thing, right? So I decided it was time for me to do it. And I just pulled out my Christmas cards. So true life confession, my house is still decorated from Christmas from last year. And we just lived with it all year. That was just something that happened. And, you know, judge away if you like, but it doesn't matter to me. It was what it was. My house got decorated beautifully for Christmas, but then the stuff never came down. And my husband wanted it to come down, but it didn't happen. So I literally went and grabbed the Christmas cards off the holder off the wall. And I said, I'm going to put those together right now in a book and actually make that project that I've talked about and just never done. Then I'm like, well, you know, it'd be really cool if I just printed a few pictures and I'll include those in there too. And Daniela says, don't worry, I still have the Easter decoration on my door. Well, thank you. Thank you for trying to make me feel better. At first I was like, oh, this is so bad, but I got over it. Okay. And then, so I literally grabbed the embellishments off, like the cards off the wall. And I have this sweet little holder that has like ribbons that hang from it, and you clip with like little glittery clips, clip your cards to it. So it's super cute. And then I started putting together the album. And I thought, well, it won't take very long because it's just Christmas cards, right? Just Christmas cards. Well, then I started adding pictures, and then I grabbed my December daily box, which I thought was from 2016. No, it's from 2015. It was older, and I hadn't used like any of it. So I was able to put together a whole album, and I did it like all in one day. I ended up having to leave partway through and go to take my son to swimming. So that was like a huge chunk of the day gone. But when I got back, I got right back to it and made the cutest album. And I'll grab it in a second and I'll show you. Yeah, this is good. Okay. Okay. I probably don't even need the foam. I'm just going to use some glue dots on here since it's so flat. My husband's poking his head in. Okay, so here we go. This is what I've got so far. And I've got a little space for my journaling on the side, and the navy blue stripes that match her shirt with a little bit of this blue that kind of matches my shirt. This little card has this color in it too. The green kind of goes with this. Like, it's like everything is just coming together. You guys have to go look at it. It's fabulous. Yes, I have a flip through of the album. Let's see, I have it right here because I haven't put it away yet. I popped into a scrapbook store yesterday when I was in Edmonton, but they didn't have the coils for a cinch, so I was a little sad. But half their store was away. They were down in Calgary at the Calgary Scrapbook Carnival. So here we go. And yeah, I was able to put the whole book together. And if you want like a whole kind of more detailed flip through, you can go to my YouTube channel or see it on my Facebook or my blog. Actually, blog's the easiest way, scrapbookwonderland.com. So there we go. It's super cute. I ended up adding like all the pictures. There's not like a bunch of journaling or ever, a couple notes here and there, but the little cards that we received with all of the greetings, you can read them all. There's a few pocket pages, but I love that you can go through and you can actually look inside the cards and see all of our Christmas greetings. I got the photo cards in here as well. I give myself credit for doing like the very minimal baking that I did. Brielle says, I see my card. Yeah. Was that one yours? No, that was, yeah, all the cards are in here. So I was like super excited. I love receiving Christmas cards. This one here has my little nieces and nephews, and there's pictures on the inside. So I love how easy it is to actually see all of it. Brielle said, I saw it when you did the flip through. Oh, I think that it's probably still coming. Yeah, I've got my mom and dad's Christmas tree, and then, you know, pictures of opening presents at mom and dad's, the food, some of the yummy things that we ate. Then, oh yeah, and I've got some extra little flips on here showing that we play games on Christmas Eve, and cute little cards. And there's the photo card I got from Connie Hanks in the ScrapHappy group. The Christmas cards. Yeah, I have them all in here. And our naked Christmas tree that never got decorated. And yeah, my whole house is decorated all year, but my tree has no decorations. So Christmas morning. Oh, there we go. There we go from Brielle. And like photo cards, but I just love being able to kind of put it all in one place. Like my uncle had emailed pictures to everybody, so I was able to print that from his email. And yeah, like Christmas lights and more cards. And I'll just like put them all in kind of randomly in the book. This one is a cute little waterfall card, so you can actually use it in the book. And yeah, I did a couple of big pictures through the book, and then some small stuff, more cute little cards, and Christmas presents, and that was it. But so cute. So you guys had the little quick flip through. So back to my scrapbook in here. I think I'm gonna attach this with some foam. Let's see, there should be some in my little bucket here. Sorry, that's probably really loud. Scissors. I usually have some thin foam tape, but I've used up all the thin stuff, so I just have the wider roll left. Oh my goodness. So I was watching Kathy Zielsky's one of her Insta stories, and she showed how she has this ginormous roll of foam tape. Like seriously, like it's this big. It's just huge. Like these are the little things I'm dealing with. And she has this massive thing. She was showing how she has an area just for all of her dimensional adhesives and storage, stuff like that. Yeah, so she shared that, and I'm like, I hit the like reply thing, you know how on the Insta stories you can reply, and I'm like, where do you get that? Because that looks like something I could use. And she totally replied, so I had like this little moment, right, where I'm like, she replied to my question. But you know, she's a real person and she's super sweet. So Simon says stamp, apparently. She says it's expensive, but it's worth it. So and Jeanette says, Kathy Zielsky is hilarious. She totally is. So if you're not following her and you just want a little bit of entertainment, you just need to search her out. She is fabulous. Okay, I want to see if I still have some words on that thicker. It's underneath my trimmer. That's where it is. Okay. So I've got the word fun on here, and I think I'm going to put it on here too. I just love to put lots of words on my stuff, so it just feels right to me. Or I could put sweet. No, I think fun. Okay, this is not fun. They're not peeling off super nice. Oh, there we go. Just got started badly. Okay. Now, if I forget the N, that would be a problem on this. Then it would just say F you. Not good. Not what I'm looking for, Alice. Keep going. Backing, just a little bit of the backing came up on these. Okay. Fun. There we go. Oh, and there's some little foamy hearts on here too. Just gonna pull this out all the way. So I think the funny thing that I noticed when I got my kit was that there was a couple things in the kit that I'd actually had before, but you know, to me that meant like really good things, because if it was stuff that I had bought for myself before and that's what she's sending me, then that's kind of perfect. And a couple of little hearts. Oh, the little smile. Oh yeah, I wanted something to go underneath the little, or with this. Hello there, love. Hashtag best ever. Okay, this is supposed to look like a little caption bubble, but I don't really want it to look like a caption bubble, so I'm just going to trim the sticker a little bit. That's better. I think I want to pop it up too. Yeah, and this is why I could use a gigantic roll of pop dots, because it's like, oh, no, I think I'm just going to pop that up. No, I think I'm going to pop that up. I use her scrapbook your year class for my digital album. It's basically my pocket page month to month. That's so cool. She has just, like, honestly, I credit her for any things that I do well with design on the scrapbook page. I credit that to Kathy Zelsky, because she taught like some of the, like all of the tips on how to actually scrapbook. Anything I get right, you can blame on her, and anything I screw up, I probably need to go back and read my books again. So don't blame that on her. But when I get something right, the basic elements of design, I totally give her all the credit for that, because I wouldn't have known how to do any of the things and make something come together that I actually like to look at if it wasn't for her. And, you know, for the early scrapbook magazines from the early days too, like Simple Scrapbooks, Creating Keepsakes. Super love those magazines. Actually, I still have those magazines. I like to pull out a different one and just keep it somewhere where, you know, I can have a look through it. And I tell you, that stuff doesn't get old, man. It's the design principles and stuff. Like, sure, some of the pages look dated because it's old papers, and you can tell that, right? Things change, and they have changed, but some things haven't changed, right? Like when you look at it, it's like, yeah, we still do that. And oh, there's my little heart for here. I think what I wanted is actually a enamel dot for here, but you know, it's not like I'd be short of that. I'm sure I have like 50, 100 of them. Let's see. Okay, I think that's good. And I think it just needs a little journaling. Maybe a little splash of some shiny something or other, some gold Heidi shine or some white stuff. Yes, I like. Jeanette says I like her clean style. She's the editor or something for cards and yeah, it's a scrapbooks and cards today magazine, and she's very active. I think it's a quarterly publication. I met the editor of it, like the creator of the magazine, Catherine, and she has like I think it's Chachin. Oh my God. I'm sorry, Catherine. I murdered her last name. But Catherine is like seriously the sweetest thing ever. And her magazine, like Scrapbooks and Card Today, it's gorgeous. Just absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, if you have missed seeing actual magazines, go and get it. I know of two. They're both from Canada, so woo woo, go Canada. The Creative Scrapbooker magazine and Scrapbook and Cards Today, they're both produced in Canada, and they're beautiful. They're absolutely gorgeous publications, and I recommend that everybody gets both of them. So I think that's wonderful. This needs like an arrow or something, or it needs something like underneath this. Let's have a look. I had some arrows on my desk the other day. What did I do with them? They're right here. I don't know if they're long enough. Freckled fawn arrows. So if I break this arrow, can I make it look like it's longer? Or I might need to like put two of them together. I just need a longer arrow, people. Okay. I hate to peel things up on a layout, but I'm totally doing it. Okay. I try to go with, once I stick it down, it's there forever. But sometimes you just see like how the embellishments should fit together after you've got some of them on the page already. So I'm gonna have to butcher two of them, because otherwise the stem of this arrow, or the length of it, isn't gonna be long enough. Okay. But I'm gonna throw the little ends back in the baggie, and who knows what's gonna happen there. I might need little arrow ends or something. That has to get stored with my wood veneers. Okay, let's get this. I can't believe this first page is almost done, guys. That means it's almost time for a draw. Yay! So that's exciting. Somebody else is going to get to play. So when I talked with Allison about how this would work, she said that the winner will get to go in and pick, like, set up their style profile. She'll give us a coupon code for the winner, and yay, it's going to be awesome. So there we go. The fun is there. There we go. So I'm not going to add my journaling. Like normally I would do that during these things, but I find it gets really quiet and I just feel like it's not progressing. So I'll add my journaling right after the event, and I might pop up these letters a little bit actually, because they're looking a little under supported. Yeah, so I'll add my journaling right after the event. I'll post up pictures on the blog. I actually post a replay with some pictures. So at this point, I'd like to ask, is there anybody that is working on something that they'd like to share with us at this time? Want to show off your stuff? Because we'd love to see it. And if you're like a little camera shy or something, that's totally fine. But we, you know, if you are working on a scrapbook thing, we'd love to see it. Allison says, super cute. I love that pop of pink in the black and white. Yeah, I think that, yeah, it's like navy, but it looks almost black. Like it's definitely one of those super dark navies. So, yeah, I think that the pink makes it fresh, brightens it up. And you know, it's like a coral pink. So not all like, apparently that's a thing. Like people don't like pink. What's going on? Brielle says, nothing to show yet. I've been cooking, but I'm getting ready to work on something for a load. Yeah, if you're a ScrapHappy members, our load starts October 1st. And if you're not a ScrapHappy member and you'd like to participate in a load, come and join us. It's at scraphappy.org. And Kathy is saying, I love that page. I'm totally going to lift it. Perfect. Allison says, we don't need those types of people in our lives. Yeah, the pink haters, come on. Okay, so here we go. So there's the first page. Yay. And it has a sweet little picture of my friend Nancy. So there we go. I've got my hits of black. Okay. So at this time, Daniela says, I'm working on my holiday album. I only came back from vacation a week ago, and I've already printed the pictures, and I'm making an album from scratch. Cool. Kathy says, I'm working on my second prompt page for load. So, manage participants. This is telling me there's 16, and I know that includes me. So, what I would like to do is I will do a draw. Oh, I see the other person that's on here is Allison Gerling from Wild Hair Kits. So I probably won't include her in the draw. That means your chance is 1 of 14. Oh my gosh, I usually use the random number generator on my computer, on my laptop. But we'll go and do random number generator because it makes it a lot faster than me writing down a bunch of names, and that way we can get back to more scrapbooking. So random number generator, and then you enter your max is 14, and then I hit generate, and it says 12. So let's scroll down and see who is our 12th person in the room today. 14, 13, 12. Patricia. Patricia, congratulations. You are our winner for today for the Wild Hair Kit. Patricia, I'm going to get you to email me at alice@alicebowl.com. I'm going to write that in here. alice@alicebowl.com. That's my email. And if you send me an email and tell me that you are the September winner, then we will arrange to get you the kit. We will need your mailing. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to need your mailing. Send me your mailing address anyways, just in case. And we'll get you set up. So congratulations to Patricia. Yay. So this is super fun. And she'll get to go through and she'll get to pick out her own profile and set up the stuff so that her kit is custom to her. So I really, really love that. So, and thank you to Allison for being our sponsor. Yay. Okay. Oh, I know what I need. Let me pull this over here so I can have that set up. I usually have my little stand. Here. Okay, so papers. Okay, next I'm gonna start working on a pocket page. I'm not sure how far I'll be able to complete the pocket page because I might need pieces with other cards, and rather than sit here and like dig through cards, we'll have a look. Allison says, congratulations, Patricia. I got notification yesterday that my kit is ready to be picked up. I live close to the border. Hold on a second, I've got to change this so that she says, I live close to the border, so I save on Canadian shipping fees by getting them shipped there. Oh, that's pretty smart. Allison, she says, I wonder if that was the same Allison Day. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. And she'll post it, right? You'll post it, your picture of your kit on Instagram or something. Allison says pretty much everyone who lives around here does that. That's super smart. Okay, so let's review really quickly. Last month, I did a pocket page in my album, and I just kind of do monthly and then maybe add extra stuff because, you know, rules are for rules are for other people. So I did, this was my left page, and it's on the back of my month before, so that's July. So this is my August. And the funny thing is, this pretty much was only our trip. And there was probably other things I could put into my August, but if nothing else goes in there, at least I have this. But when I went to go and add my journaling onto the little cards where I'd left spaces, I didn't have enough space. I had lots to say. We did a freaking fabulous trip, and I had to write that down. So what I decided to do is I pulled out my fuse tool that was still in its original packaging, and I'd got it, I think, at the beginning of the summer, but I pulled out my fuse tool and I made my own custom sized thing to keep my journaling on. It's double-sided, guys. That's how much stuff I had to say. There was no way that was going to fit on little pocket cards. So you can see, and if you wanted to see, there is a post on the Scrapbook Wonderland site that shows the August Scrapbook Live, and I post the recap there. So this is all part of our trip. So for today, I have the backside of this one here, backside of the August. It has large horizontal sheets, and then normally what I like to do in the book is do one page that has horizontal that are large, and the next page has vertical that are large. And so I actually grabbed one that is just all vertical pockets. So it has 6 vertical pockets for today. I think that's going to work. I printed off a whole bunch of photos. I'm not sure what is all going to fit. Maybe it won't all fit, but maybe that means I'll just add some flip flaps and add a few more interactive elements to kind of make things fit a little bit better. So that is the plan. I'm just going to pull this right out of the book right now so I can put this massive beast away. It's getting a little heavy. I'm thinking it's maybe getting a little to the point where it might be full. It's weird because I see it as this ongoing project, so I never know when to start something new. But, you know, maybe for 2018, I'll start a brand new one and just continue this one until the end of December. That's kind of the thoughts that I'm leaning towards right now anyways. Okay, so move my papers. So the first thing I like to do is kind of look and see what I have for pictures. When I print pictures, I print at home here, so that gives me more options. If I really need something in a different size, I just print it in a different size. But I have just random things from September printed. So I have my feet in my little sandals, sitting outside with all the snow that we had, and you know, I wanted to document that it was put away your sandals day around here. Pictures of my son with his friends. They went to a Harry Potter exhibit in Edmonton. It was a pop-up store, and oh my gosh, he said it was terrible. We had to wait in line for 3 hours just to get into a store where you spend money and shop, which he doesn't like to do anyways. I took my kids to a model train show, and Joe was really excited. Ryan was like, oh, we're just going to stand around and look at stuff. So this was us at the model train show. So you can see I've printed these are all smaller. This one is actually a square because it was posted on Instagram. So we'll see kind of where that may go. I had spent a whole day with my son, Joe. So I have a larger picture of us together. We had first days back to school, a picture of Ryan on his first day back. I got Joe to send me his first day back. Technically, it wasn't his first day, but it was close to it. At his new job, where he actually works at a school, being an IT person. So that was kind of funny. Like they were both back to school on the first day. So I've got 2 pictures there. Maybe I'll do a flip and talk about that. So I kind of see those maybe going on like just one spot. Oh, hey, Nadine, I printed off a picture with you. So there's me with Nadine when we met. Did I send it to you? If I didn't, you have to let me know because sometimes I'm bad for that. My mom gives me trouble all the time for not sharing pictures. But yeah, so a picture of me with Nadine and a picture of me with Kelly Klapstein when I took her class. So that was really fun. I'm really quickly running out of spaces on this page. I can see that already. A couple more pictures from that event. So that's there. And maybe I can do that in one pocket kind of together. We'll see if I add a flip, that might work. And we had a family gathering. Oh, I thought I had another picture. Oh no, that's these ones. So this is from our family gathering that we had at my mom's place at the beginning of the month. Okay, so that's a lot of stuff. And as you can kind of sort of see here, it's looking really full already. And I haven't put any pretty embellishments or stories or anything in there. But that's kind of how I start building the pages. And, you know, I pretty much do just randomly print up the pictures and kind of see what's going to fit. You do have it. Okay, that's good. I shared. That's good. I tend to be bad for that. So I want to have a card here that says September. That's, to me, that's one of the requirements for my pages. Not that I have very strict rules when it comes to this. I really loved those cards, so I was hoping to be able to use one of them. This one says, sending you sunshine. That kind of would be very ironic right next to this picture. Is that irony, right? When you have sending you sunshine and I have a picture of snow, that is the actual definition of irony, isn't it? I got a little confused after listening to Alanis Morissette for years. As Kathy says, I'm sorry to have to leave. It's the last day of our neighborhood pool is open and it's hot. So we made plans to spend the afternoon there and it closes down till next May. Well, if you can still be outside in this weather at a pool, then I hope you have a fabulous time. So I'm thinking there's going to be one page dedicated to our family thing here, and that's going to have a little flip on it. So I might just grab one of those right now. These are the close to my heart memory protector flip flaps, and they're brilliant. They have like a little sticky thing here, put your stuff in, and once it's on your page, it just flips up, flips out, whatever your choice is. And I think they're super brilliant. So I can see that being here. And I said I wanted one for Joe's first day of work. This allows me to fit more stuff all on one page. Sometimes I'll add extra inserts. I might need to do that for this. Maybe like a small one as an example for, you know, maybe our family get together or something. Or maybe this. Actually, this would be really good on a little insert. Little trip to the Scrapbook Carnival. And that way it'd be like a little extra little piece about my trip. Maybe a little 6x8 one. Okay, I'm gonna go grab one of those 6x8 things. I've got more vertical photos, so I'll focus on one that has vertical pieces. Okay, I'm gonna grab that. Okay, I thought you guys might want to see, because I haven't shared it for a while. I have this like rolling cart and I've had it for years. I used to store cardstock in it, but now I actually keep my page protectors in here, and I have them sorted and kind of described. So there's like 6x8 full page, 6x8, 2x3s in the middle, horizontal at the bottom, horizontals at the top. So depending on what I'm looking for, I can pick the right dimensions. And when I say horizontal, I'm always talking about the 4x6s, like where does the 4x6 kind of fit into this? So I think this is going to work for me for today. It gives me two little mini pockets, a big 4x6 on the top, and that way I can put these pictures from the carnival in there and talk about the fun time that I had. So that's going to be the plan for that. I think I'll start with that. I'll move this over and go from there. Okay, so I'm just curious, is anybody else here a pocket page scrapbooker? Because I actually did not start as a pocket page scrapbooker. I was a little hesitant about the whole pocket page thing. In fact, I was like really like, I was kind of bored by it. That sounds terrible, but I was like, it's okay, but it's a little boring, but you know, I don't know if that's really my thing. That was kind of what I had decided, that it wasn't really my thing. And then something changed. I started to think of different ways of trying it, because I looked at some people's books and I was like, I love how it filled in the stories that are kind of between the stories. So, you know, this thing with my friend Nancy, that could go into here and it would just be a thing. But, you know, I really enjoy being able to spend time with friends. And so I think that for me, that I still wanted a big page about that. It was kind of a really special thing. And she came for a sleepover, and, you know, that's like really fun. But I think that I really wanted to give, to tell more of those stories that just don't fit into my regular albums. So when I started doing that, oh my goodness, it's so good. It's so good. I'm really, really happy. Really, really glad that I made that move. Okay. This is gonna go on the outside one right there. Okay, so I'll put the pictures in first. And, oh, look at this card. It has the arrows, it has the dots. I could use both sides of it, and it's beautiful. I think that that's gonna go in here. Perfect. Okay. Okay, I don't usually do that where I get to use both sides of a card and just like is the right one, but yeah. Let's see. Nadine says, just this summer I decided to add pocket pages to a travel album and I love it. I think I will do it again. And I had done that before, like where I had done like a 12 by 12 page, and then I added like a pocket page to add more photos to make it kind of easy. And I found that was really, really useful to add more pictures without doing a lot of more scrapbooking, so I could get things done a little bit quicker. Brielle says, I use pockets when I have a lot of photos about one topic. I'll throw that into my album as a way to include a lot of photos. We're thinking alike. We're thinking alike. It's perfect. Jeanette says, I dabble with it if I have a lot of photos from an event, and then I add them to my regular album. So there you go. Jeanette's doing the same thing. And Daniela, I tried pocket pages, but I never got the pictures and stories that go together, matching the pockets on one page. I rather make a mini album, and there I often use pocket page here and there. So I love that, you know, pocket pages are a way now for us to just have more options and a greater way to kind of attack our scrapbooking and tell different stories. I super love that. Okay. I don't know if that's gonna work on here. Okay. I thought I would check. I'm like, it worked so good on the last one. I think I need a piece of white cardstock. Oh yeah, I was telling you about the thing that I had bought at the Scrapbook Carnival before, and then I forgot to tell you. Because I got talking about magazines and stuff. So this stuff here, it looks like just cardstock, right? It's called Superstock. It's from Creative Scrapbooker, the actual magazine. Puts this stuff out, and you guys are gonna be like super impressed. So I don't technically need it for what I'm doing here right now. But I'll show you because it's wonderful. This is one sheet, and I don't know if you can tell how thick that is just by looking at it, but it is thick. Can you hear that? Does that sound just like regular paper to you? Because it's not. It's 130-pound stock. 130-pound, double thick, smooth white cardstock. Yeah. So most paper, I think, is like 60 or 80. Like that's probably the most that you normally see. I don't know if you can hear the difference. It's just, it is so thick. It's just magical. And when you're building projects that get a little heavier, stuff is magical. So I have to tell you. Allison says, I have aspirations of making more pocket pages, but somehow the 12 by 12 canvas just seems to be easier. My album about our Disney cruise to Alaska combines pocket and 12 by 12 pages, but it's far from complete. And Brielle says, I totally agree, Allison. I don't find it easier. I end up feeling like I did 20 pages instead of one. And Allison's just, yeah, it takes me as long to make a 4x6 pocket as a 12 by 12 page. So I definitely think that can happen. Okay, so this is regular paper. It's not that super stock, but when I'm just doing little writing and different things like that, I don't really need the big stuff there. Yeah, I think that for me, I make complicated pocket pages sometimes, and I make simple pocket pages sometimes. And I think I feel better about making simpler pages if I've made like a fancy 12 by 12, and then it's like easy to put like simple pages in beside it. I'm gonna use this little pin that says "Let's Get Lost" because I really felt like I was getting lost in the magical of being around, surrounded by all the stuff, and I think I'd like to kind of include something like that in my journaling. Oh, this one came off super awesome too, guys. That's like 2 for 2. Loving these. Okay, put those away. And where's that page? Here it is. I'm gonna put the typewriter on here, which is gonna be funny because I'm going to handwrite my journaling. I'm not gonna type it, but I'm adding it. Okay, let's have a look. Where's my, oh, I don't know if you guys do this too, but I bury myself in my products and then I can't find anything. There we go. The worst part is because I have like a really big desk here, it's 6 feet wide, and then 11 feet long on the low part, and then there's a raised part that's another 3 or 4 feet, I don't know, I think 3 feet. So I have a lot of space, which is awesome. But what I do is I change spots. I play like Mad Hatter's Tea Party, and I've got one place that's all messed up, and I really want to go do a new project. So instead of sitting there and like cleaning up the old spot, I go on and do the new spot. Okay, this is a bad habit. Oh, Sue says I made it for the end. Yay, Sue. Sue is one of the ones that's helping with the load for this month with Leslie. This is the first page that I made, Sue.
Yay!
Yeah, I love it. It turned out really good. It felt like it went really fast, but you know, I'm sure to some people's standards it wouldn't be fast. For me, it was fast. Okay. So there I will talk about the Scrapbook Carnival. Like I said, I'll add all the journaling after, but I've left my space for it. And where did the picture go? I have the picture. There it is. And I have a picture. I think I'll mat it a little bit too. Yeah, no, it was really fun at the carnival because not only did I see the Wild Whisper designs, I went over to the Emerald Creek's booth. And Emerald Creek, I met Kim Evans when I went down to CHA, actually from Canada, and she makes the most amazing embossing powders ever. Like, so good. Oh, see you, Allison. Yeah, super amazing embossing powders. She has this one called Fractured Ice. I still haven't been able to get my hands on it because every time I'm somewhere where I should be able to get it, it's been sold out. Even yesterday, I looked at the scrapbook store. They had her embossing powders. They didn't have any Fractured Ice. That one was gone. But what do you do when you have a product? I need to just get it ordered. Just get it ordered. Yeah, but yeah, amazing embossing powders, and yeah, Kim is just super great. So there. Good. I'll have a picture with Nadine in here. And yeah, it was when I was over at the Emerald Creek's booth, that's when I ran into Nadine. Oh, I've got somebody with noise here. Let me have a look. See if I can get that fixed up. But if you want to come on and say something, it's all good. Oh, yay, Tina Campbell. Nice to see you. She says, I'm excited to see the replay to see what I missed. Yeah, no, it's been a fun day playing with my new kit. Ooh, maybe I've got something with gold. I would like to get a little bit of gold in here. I haven't got any gold. I've pulled this out. I've done it to myself again, guys. Here we go. That's what I need is, I need to be able to fit the lucky ones. We're lucky because we went to the event. I'm going to put a little yay on here. So I'm super glad it's actually warmed up a little bit here right now because it was really chilly. We had snow. The snow thankfully is gone. But when we had the snow, my heater in this room also went kaput and it needs some parts, which my husband has ordered. But I'm really happy that it's warmed up a little bit because this room was getting awfully chilly. I left the door open and it's, you know, it kind of works, but only so good. Let's just say, and not that awesome. Okay. Okay, so I want to write a few little details around the card, and I'll definitely do that. So let me hold it up. I've got the card, kept it really simple. I matted the picture, And I've added the yay, I've got the little heart, and I'll talk about getting to see Nadine. On the other side, which I don't normally double side things like this, but I like the paper on both sides and I really wanted to do it. I've got room for my journaling. I've got the little typewriter. I've got the little enamel pin that I've pulled the back off of, and a little thing that says inspire, because I'm going to talk about how, okay, so I'll just show you how it's going to fit in here. I'm going to talk about how I took Kelly's class, and here at the Scrapbook Carnival. And on the back here, I've got the picture with me and Nadine, the picture with Tori Bissell's stuff, and I want to talk about that right here. So that's the plan there. Let's see. Allison says, guys, I'd like to offer all of you that are here 10% discount off your wild hair kit. Order if you order by Tuesday. So go to thewildhairkits.com and enter September 17 in your cart to get the discount. There you go, guys. So Patricia won the draw today, but if you're here now, you can get 10% off your kit. So use September, or no, it's SEPT 17. So SEPT 17 to get the discount. Thank you. Brielle says, that's awesome. I really love the idea of your business. My kit club just closed, so I'm looking for something new. Were you a Gossamer Blue Girl? That was me. I was looking for something new. Tina Campbell says to everyone, oh, that's such a cool discount. Shame that she's not buying this week. I got new tires for my car, or get new tires for my car tomorrow on inspection, so the money is gone. Yeah, I'm so happy I made it into your scrapbook, Nadine. Here. Oh, I'm so excited. Sue says, thanks for the discount. My kit's already shipping after I heard Alice's talk about it from ScrapHappy. I can't wait for it to arrive. Oh, the Scrapbook Circle. They're doing something else now. So that's what she was in. So yeah, I've heard about a few things, but then you hear about new things too, right? Like the Wild Whisper Designs page company, like they're making their scrapbook collections. Emerald Creek with her embossing powders that are amazing. And we have Allison here with the Wild Hair Kits. So I think that, you know, we have to look at things changing and being open to the changes rather than just being like sad that some things are being lost, because that's going to be life. Like things change. Nothing stays the same, and it's sad, but that's part of life, right? Not that I'm very happy about it. Think, ooh, I'm undecided. It's like I want to hoard the paper. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use some of this plus paper that has the other arrows on the back, so I can bring a little bit more in here for my little journaling square. Okay. So that's the plan. Get the, I use that cute little pot. Oh yeah, that looks adorable. Okay. And yay. Okay. It's perfect. Apparently I say yay, so I think I picked the perfect words. Okay, so I'll pop this in here. I'm not going to add any little embellishments because that's going to have the words on it. And, you know, if it needs something when I'm doing the words, I can definitely add a little embellishment at that time. But, so this little part is finished, and, you know, I like to keep them somewhat simple, but still feel like I did something because that makes me feel better about it. So I've got this little top card where I'm going to talk about the Scrapbook Carnival and doing Kelly Clapsine's class. And then I've got the picture with me and Nadine, a picture with me with Tori Bissell's stuff, and I've got a little bit of space for chatting about that. So that's my little insert to the whole project. And we'll have a go at this. Let's see where this is going to lead me now. Okay, so that's actually freed up a little bit of space because I've got the insert there. Oh, it's not going to sit up straight. Apparently not. Okay. So that frees up a little bit of space so that I can include some fun stuff. Those pocket cards. I've got the Sending You Sunshine, Adventure Awaits, Wild and Free, Mountains, Let's Get Lost. Okay. I think I'm just going to chop it up. I'm going to commit to using one of them. I think it's going to be the Sending You Sunshine because it's going to make me laugh right next to the snow. And maybe I'll add the words or not. But I think it's cute. Okay. I'm really happy that these trimmers have that little metal line so you can see exactly where they cut. That's kind of brilliant. So at first I made fun of them and now I'm like so grateful. I'm like, Fiskars, you're brilliant. Because it just makes cutting those cut aparts so easy. Brielle says, I'm a huge fan of a kit club, but I only want the mainstream supplies, not in-house items. And that's what I liked about Scrapbook Circle. They had great buyers. So I like what Allison sent you, Alice. So I'll check it out. Yes, I was super excited. And like, you know, when you set up your custom thing, if there's different things that you enjoy using or you enjoy, or things that you don't like to use, then you'll set that up too. And I think that having those options is where this can really shine. Okay, tell me that this is 6 inches tall. Oh, it is, because I cut it 6 inches. That was very smart, because now they fit these pockets perfectly. Yay. Okay, this little one with my feet is going to have, I think this looks like little snowflakes kind of, so I'm gonna put that in here and I'll be able to journal about that awful first day of snow. Anything that I can overlay on here? Today. I can definitely put a today on there. It's funny because I actually find those really hard to use, those words that say like today, because I'm like, by the time I'm scrapbooking it, it's not today anymore. So it just kind of, that part of my brain that gets like really analytical and says, well, how do I use that? Because it's not today. But I think in this case, it's the perfect little embellishment. So another thing that I do, which I'll pull it out and I'll show you guys in a second here, is I've been keeping track of all the layouts that I've made this year. Oh, Daniela says, I always struggle to use best day ever. I know, because it's like, how many best days ever can you have? But, you know, sometimes it's just changing your perspective. So maybe when you have a really great day, are you gonna say this was the best day ever? Because I think sometimes, like, as adults, we're a little more hesitant to say stuff like that, but you know, sometimes kids are really good for saying stuff like that. Okay, okay, so here's what I did. I cut the picture out. It was already square, so because I'd put it on Instagram. So I've got the today, sparkly today, and I put this little little asterisk or whatever, but to me it kind of reminds me of a snowflake, so you know, I think that that's kind of perfect on there. So that's one little card. I might add like a little detail about the snow, because I think that, you know, it should be said, hey, snow ducks. You know, I'm happy that we get cold weather here, because that means that horrible creatures don't really live here well, and that's a good thing. But on the other hand, I am not so happy to be having some cold weather here. I'm like, it's September. We still get like decent weather in September. Come on. Tina says, yes, I agree about the cold weather. So in southern Alberta, they do have rattlesnakes, and I think they can get black widow spiders there. But like up here, they just don't live here. So I'm good with that. That's a really good thing. Let's see, I've got first day of school. Oh my gosh, like first day of grade 12 school. Guys, my other son just graduated, and now this one's graduating. Like, it's happening all really fast. Okay, let's pop this in. Okay, oh, what did I say I was gonna hold up? Yeah, my book. Okay, so my art journaling slash planner slash I put random stuff into this book. That's what this is. And I ran out of space, kind of. So it's more like half a year, but you know, it was kind of my 2017, and then like the second half of the year hasn't been as productive for in a book like this. I did buy another one. It's still empty. Let's be real. But one thing I started this year was this, and some of you will have seen this already. Patricia, if you're just catching up, you actually won the draw today. So I'm excited that you're here catching up. She said she stepped away for a little bit. You won the draw today, so I need you to email me, alice@alicebowl.com. alice@alicebowl.com. And I would like you to send me your mailing address as well. And I'll make sure you get the information to get your free kit. So yay, congratulations. Sorry, I didn't realize you were here at the time. But yeah, so here is the, what I've done is I've actually printed, because I take pictures almost all the time of my layouts. So I've printed off the pictures of the layouts, and I'm putting them in this book. Oops, I got pages falling out. So I was a little bit behind with doing this, so I've started adding some more, and I just printed off a whole bunch more so that I can do that. Oops. What's that? Oh yeah. Yeah, so I've printed off a bunch more so I can add them all in. But yeah, just seeing this, like, what a productive year. Like, I'm giving myself the virtual high five because I'm super impressed at how many pages I've made. Like, that's just, it's blowing my mind. So I'm super happy that I started that project this year, and it's something that I'd like to continue, just to keep track of like that productivity level. You know, I never really saw myself as a prolific scrapbooker. Like, I'm like, I got some stuff done, but you know, it's not that much. Turns out it's pretty great. So I'm really, really happy about that. And I think that seeing it is helping to push me forward. And it gives me like that, you know, like that virtual high five. It's giving myself credit for the stuff that I've done. And I really am excited about that. And of course, like, I have different things that I do that are, you know, they're helping me to reach those kind of goals, right? I participate in our load challenges in the ScrapHappy group. And, you know, if you scrapbook every day for a month, you're going to make a lot of pages. Like, there's no two ways about that. And so lots of those pages were made during the load challenges, like during that month of load. Jeanette says that would make a great separate book. Sue says, this year I started a tally sheet on the wall above my scrap table. Not as awesome as Alice's book, but I agree. It's nice to look and see how well I'm doing. Well, I think having a tally sheet, like, you know, that's a nice, easy way to get it done, right? It's easy to go up and put a little tally on the wall and say, I did it. Tina says, load helped me with becoming that type of scrapbooker. At least 200 layouts a year. Counterfeit kit challenge helped with that too. I do my tally on Blogger. So I think, like, it was never something I had done before, is like keeping track, right? But I think now that I'm kind of keeping track of this, it's like, look at me go. Like, I'm so impressed. I'm really, really loving that. Let's see here. I'm going to cut up a little bit more of this to use for some of these pages. Okay, so I'm going to cut up some of that plus sign arrow paper, and I'll have that under the flip here with my sun. I don't know if I want the arrow side. It's kind of dark. I want that. Maybe I want, oh, kind of goes nicely with this though. I think I'll use the arrow side maybe. But that's where my journaling is going to go. So I'll have to put like a little bit of white or something on top of it. I'm just going to pop that in here so that it's like ready to be finished. And that will sit on there. Actually, I might as well stick it on because that's not going to be a problem. And then I have to see if there's anything I want to stick on top of any of the photos, because sometimes I do that too, depending on what I have. Major hard eyes, sweet moments. Okay, so this is the family thing. I wanted to do that in here. Okay. I think I need to print a couple more pictures from this get together that we had. So I'm just going to tuck this into here for right now. But I think there's a couple more photos from this that I could print. I don't know if I need more photos though. I think what I have for photos might be good. Yeah, I think it'll be good. So what I need is a card that goes in here. I might separate the photos actually. I think that might look a little bit better if I separate them rather than have all of them in. Okay, so here's what I'm seeing is like, because these pictures are of us sitting by a fire, it's kind of just dark. And I'm not really like super loving the look of that darkness right there on the front. But when I flip it up, I'll have like more brightness in there. So I think if I just have one of those pictures on the front, but because the fire was like a huge part of our get together. So I think that by splitting those pictures up and putting one on each side, it will actually be better. It's really heavy with that, all the dark in one spot. Okay. Well, yeah, okay, that's what I'll do. I'll turn this one down a little bit. So I can show you guys, this is kind of cool. So my family has, here you can probably see it better in this one. So if you look behind the seats, behind where everybody's sitting, you can kind of see that metallic-y kind of stuff. It's actually like this big roll of, it's almost like a foam core, but it's like metally, plasticky kind of stuff. And it's really neat. Like my family has a gigantic roll of it and they roll it out behind where everybody sits, like right behind your chairs. And so when you're sitting around the fire, it bounces the heat back, reflects that heat back towards you so that you're not cold when you're sitting around a fire, because it gets a little chilly here at nighttime, let's be real. And yeah, so that's been kind of a cool thing, or a warm thing, kind of hot. But yeah. Cool. There we go. Yeah, that's looking better. I think breaking up those two photos so that they're not together just makes it look a little bit more, looks a little better. So I'm just catching up on the words. Oh, Jeanette saying that you're fun to follow on Flickr during load, Tina. Yeah, because she has so much stuff and makes such fun pages. Okay. So I've got a question. Does anybody here have a wide format printer? Like I know Epson makes one, and oh, Tina says she's blushing. Thank you, Jeanette. Yeah, I know like Epson makes a wide format printer. There's a few other ones that are out there too, but I've been looking into getting one. I'm kind of interested, let's just say, in getting one, but I haven't made a commitment yet because the one I thought I might get, it's really expensive, but it has like the eco tanks so that you don't have to keep replacing the ink cartridges. So here's the situation. The printer I have right now, it just prints like 8.5 by 11, right? It's like kind of a standard printer, but it you know, and it wasn't expensive. It was like maybe 150 bucks. However, I've probably spent $800 on ink for it. So like it's like freaking me out lately when I look at how much money I've spent on ink just for this printer. Is this not going in? No, that would be why. So I've been looking and I'm like, okay, so this other printer is really expensive because I think it's about $1,000, but the ink replacements, like it holds about 30 refills, like 25 to 30 refills. So that's not buying 25 to 30 of the ink packs. And when I buy the ink packs for this thing, it's like 80 bucks. So 80 bucks, even times 10 is $800. And then the printer was 150. So that's $1,000 right there that I've spent just on ink. And I don't have that bonus of being able to print like that wide format kind of stuff. So that's what I'm kind of leaning for. But, you know, I'm not just going to go out and buy a $1,000 printer. So, you know, it's my birthday this next month and Christmas after that. So I think that, you know, if I look at it like that, maybe then I can, you know, maybe justify that a little bit more. It's like, happy birthday to me. I got a new printer. Yeah. Oh, she says, why would you need one? Yeah, I think for the ink thing alone would be, you know, make it kind of worthwhile. But even for the chance to have, you know, like be able to print those wide format things, be able to print. So like I could run a piece of cardstock through and print my journaling like right on that cardstock. And like, would I do that all the time? No, because then I'd have to like type journaling and stuff. But, you know, that would be pretty cool. Yeah, printing a 10 by 10 photo or a 12 by 12, printing a whole layout. So when I made a digital page, if I make a digital layout, I could print that whole digital layout and ta-da, there's my 12 by 12 page. So, you know, like there's kind of a good chance to lean towards that. Okay, so here's what I've put together so far, guys. I've got Joe, first day of work, Ryan, first day of school, my toes getting in the snow, and the family reunion stuff. I'm not showing too closely. That's my husband in his underwear because he just decided to hop in the pool in his underwear. I'm like, sure. Even worse than that, there's a picture of him where he turned around and mooned me. I didn't print that one today. But, you know, it might end up in here. We'll see. It's going to be a big birthday for Alice this year. Not a secret. 40 this year. 40. Yeah, I know. Like, that's coming up right away. So, yeah, very excited. Yeah, I feel no need to keep that a big secret. It's I'm happy to make it to 40. Sue says 40 is nothing. No, I feel like I've come into myself as a person in so many different ways over the last few years, and you know, just more accepting of myself and more confident and just feeling like I've kind of, you know, I kind of know the person that I am. And I think that that's a really great thing. Uh, all the cool kids are turning 40, says Allison. And okay, so I'm super jealous. Okay, so for my birthday, I'm like, okay, well, maybe we'll have like a party or something, and maybe I should stay home because I had really considered going down to Nashville for the Scrap Gals get together they're doing down in Nashville because it's for my birthday weekend. And I was like, oh, and Tiffany would be having her birthday. Turns out Allison is having her birthday. So, you know, it would be pretty fun. And then, you know, I was like, oh, like, you know, it's also Thanksgiving. And then I'm thinking, but how's this going to work? How are we going to have a party for me if it's Thanksgiving weekend, like up here in Canada, right? So, I don't know what's happening now. I don't think that I'm going down. Like, I'm definitely not going down there. I didn't get registered, and like, oh, I wanted to, so I'd second thought it, or like thought it over again, and I almost committed and said, you know what, I'm just gonna go. But in the end, I didn't, and I'm not sad that I'm not going. Like, definitely, but oh, you know, I would like to do something special for my 40th birthday. I think, you know, that's the part that I'm concerned about, is that, you know, this should be like, Jeanette says I'm on the 7th, October 7th. Yes, I was born October 7th, and when I was born, I weighed 7 pounds, 7 ounces. So my lucky number is 7. Random facts. Okay, so here we go. Ooh, maybe I'll put, okay, I think this is good. Dinner with Joe. Oh, I need something that says it's a date. Okay, this, and this need to go in here. This one's gonna go on this side. And there. And where did I want this one? Right there. Okay. So I've got this page started. This is obviously the back of something, and that's the back of something. But I've got the pictures slid into the spots. And now that I've got the pictures kind of worked in, there was one picture here that I would have liked to put in, but it doesn't fit into one of those little spots. I'd also wanted to include this one. I don't know, maybe I could do a flip flop for that. And then I could throw this one in there too. I don't know, this one might just not go. I think I'm okay with that. But I would like to include this one, so we'll see. Maybe another flip flap. I'd like to do my September thing up here. I think I'm gonna put it onto one of these arrow papers because I'm really enjoying that. Yes, that's a lucky number 7. Lots of October birthdays here. Awesome kids are awesome kids are turning 55 this year. Jeanette is on the 14th of October, and Tina says, load renewal is my birthday present to myself. Yay, happy birthday. And Patricia's on the 18th. And Jeanette says she likes that. So the September is going to go up here. So actually, I was looking on Facebook. Tracy Reed had posted something about one of her pocket pages, and she has like the pocket thing that says September with the little lights, that like the marquee lettering kind of thing that I've had in the book all year. Every month is like that because she was designing the kits for Gossamer Blue, and I'm like, I'm really sad because I really thought that my whole year was going to go from January to December with those little marquee kind of letters. But maybe she's doing digital kits. Maybe I need to look and see. The best is yet to come. No, I think, you know, no, I wouldn't use that. Okay. Let's have a look. Do I want some more arrows? Oh, I think I want more of these dots. Okay, and I need a little bit of journaling space. And let's see, I like these words. I think I'm gonna just make like a decorative pocket thing that says major heart eyes because that's I love it. And like I said, that's my favorite emoji. Okay, peeling these off. The one thing I can say is that, you know, while thickers are terrible for sticking, the one kind of thickers that actually stick are the foam ones, which is what these are right here. So I'm happy about that. Sue says, scrap catastrophe. I'm making a background for one of my load sample pages and opening new bottles of distress spray stain. One leaked all over. Good thing they're water soluble, although my hands are still pink. Oh my goodness. Do you have one of those scrubby things? Like, they are super amazing. I'll go grab it because you might not know what I'm talking about. Okay, so it is this. It is like a rock kind of thing. It's like, I don't know, like pumice stone or something. It is like super light. Like, whew, it's like so light. Feels like feather. And like you just get them under the water and you scrub and like seriously, inky fingers gone. Like it's magic, magic, magic. My bookkeeper had some inky fingers the other day from a pen that had exploded in the office. And I brought this down to her and she's like, that thing really works. I'm like, I know. So yeah, they sell them at craft stores. I know I've definitely seen them in the craft stores, and I have to say it's something that I'm super impressed with. Major heart eyes. Okay, let's maybe put the J on first so I can get that kind of in the middle. Okay, here's my major heart eyes. Yay. That's gonna go here. My September is gonna go up here. I could probably spell it out with some letters. Ooh, you know what? Okay, here's what. Ooh, will it fit? I don't know if that'll fit. I have these letters that I could definitely spell September, but I don't know if it's gonna be too long or if I just have to go like Sept. I could do like Sept 2017. Did I say 2015? That's funny. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll lay it out on my ruler. And that just ties a little bit more of this gold in here because I did use a little bit of gold stuff here. So if I use a little bit more of that, that would be great. You could probably find another alphabet that's a little more narrow that's gold. Maybe I should do that. This one looks like it'll be too big. Yeah, I think it's gonna be bigger than 6 inches. Okay, I'm gonna just do September 17th. I could definitely do that. That is our magical code for our 10% too. As it turns out, I'm not short on sparkly gold letter choices, so you know, it's not like I have to save them for anything. Okay. This one doesn't have a lot of E's left. In September, I need a few more. But these ones are thin and skinny. Those will definitely fit. Okay, so I'll use these. And I like the fact that they're all capitals actually too. have a hard time, like words that are supposed to have capitals, like September or Alice or things like that. I have a really hard time using non-capital letters for spelling words like that. Does anybody else have that issue? Because I see it lots with like the handwriting things, right? You get the small letters, and there's just some things that are not supposed to be done in small letter. Like, lowercase are not for like name things. So I struggle with that, and I don't know if it's me being a little bit neurotic or, you know, if that bugs other people too. Sue says, yes, extra vowels would be lovely. I know. We could if they came with a side sheet of vowels for some of the thickers. Yeah. And they just get you to buy more, which I totally do. So I tend to buy like 2 when I know that I'm really gonna like a font. I tend to just buy 2 right off the bat because, you know, I know I'm gonna use them up. Because turns out I love thickers. But you know, when you run out of letters, you're like, oh, now what do I spell with that? And I usually am looking to spell a certain word, not just randomly spell out something. And I know there's ways of using up your extra letters and stuff. And actually, I was going to do a page like that sometime soon, is use up random thickers to create a background, right? Okay, so this is definitely going to fit. S-E-P-T-E-M. Yeah, okay. Just making sure I spelled it right, because that would be tragic if I spelled September wrong. Like, my grade 6 teacher would shake her head. Okay. But yeah, I agree. The more vowel thing would be good. Okay, did anybody say? Yeah, everybody else likes the idea of having more vowels. Sue says, I always buy 2 or 3 of the same for the same reason, and I have lots of sheets with consonants. Tina says, we could do a Scrabble night, and everyone joins in with their leftover letter sheets to figure out words with them. There's actually, okay, there's like Scrabble cheating app things that you can do, like online. You can actually, there's things where you can type in your letters that you have, and it can spit out words that you can spell with it. Totally a thing that is online. I used to play this one word game, and you know, you have to be able to spell out all these different words to get your points or whatever for the game. And I totally used this thing online. Like, you can just type them in and figure out what your words are that you can spell. So that is technically a real thing. And it was easy to use. But yeah, I definitely would feel like a cheater. But sometimes you would just like look at that problem for so long and be like, okay, I just give up now. I just need some help. I cannot come up with a word. And then they tell you the word and you're like, that's not even a real word. Nobody ever has used that word before. Okay, there we go. So September, that looks pretty good. Jenny says, I just started cutting apart all of my sticker letters into sections by letter. I have envelopes with A, B, etc. all through the alphabet. It helps with having all the letters, and you can do a lot of mix and match titles. That's smart. Then you can have like those magazine, like cutout, the ransom note style. Okay, so I didn't save a lot of space for journaling, so at some point, if I'm doing my journaling, I may have to add a little bit of extra for that. And I guess I never added this picture on here. Okay. Ooh, I think I have. Let me see here. Flaps. I'm sure that I saw ones that are square. Ha, I did. Okay. So there is a 4x4 square in here because that's a 4x4 photo. And I can just put that over here or something. And that'll give me a little more space for some journaling. And Awesome. That's the plan. Cool. Well, I think that this is as done as you guys would like to watch me actually get this done. I don't know about some more embellishments to add. So I'll show you what I've made and give you some reminders so we can wrap it up. Oh, what did I do with that card? That's not the one. That's funny. I thought I had a card in there. I wonder if I pulled it out and used it on something else. Wouldn't put it past me. Okay. Maybe I had a picture from there. Okay. So I have here my September page, and I've got my date with my son, and this is when we went to the model trains. Got some pictures of at the youth center at the place that we went to, and my son with some of his friends. Oh, and they went to the Harry Potter thing. Oh, that's right. I had this sheet. I don't know if that would fit. Oh, I can fit one of those in there. So this sheet is, it has like little Harry Potter things on it. So maybe I'll cut out one of those and put that in there. I got that at the Treasured Memory store in Edmonton. So yeah, that might be kind of fun to stick in there. Then I'll have a little space for some journaling. And if I need to, I can add another little flip-flop thing. And here I've got my son's first day of work, my other son at school, my toes in the snow, and our family get together. So that looks pretty good. So yeah, that looks pretty great. And in addition to that, there's like the little insert, extra little piece with the trip to the Scrapbook Carnival. And we started off with the page that I made, my friend Nancy, when she came over to Scrapbook with me. So it was a very productive day, guys. Thanks so much for helping, keeping me company. So that's great for a great couple of hours. That's right. Okay, so quick reminder, wildhairkits.com is where you can go to use your discount code that Allison gave us for the 17%. You have to use it by Tuesday. So the code was SEPT17, and that will save you 10% off. And yeah, you can see, like, I've loved the kit that I have. I've used so many of the pieces. It's gone together so well, super easy. She has a really good eye for bringing those kits together. So I just wanted to say thank you for putting together such a fun kit for me, Allison. I really enjoyed playing with that, and I'll be putting in my order for my next kit too. I will be back in October. I'm sorry I don't have the date yet. I haven't had a chance to check out my October calendar. My son is back to swimming, so I'll be driving back and forth like a crazy person to his practices again. And that starts on Monday, tomorrow. So yay! Mixed feelings here. But no, I'll be back to that, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, Jenny says, I'm going as soon as this is over. Yeah, I got to get my next kit. Very excited. This has been a lot of fun to play with. I love having things that are pre-picked so that they all go together. And you can see, like, all of the things, it was easy to make everything match together. That was awesome. Also with... if you've ever considered, because I've got lots of our ScrapHappy members here, and you know, it's been really fun and chatty, but if you're not a ScrapHappy member, if you've been looking for something, or maybe you didn't even know that it existed, so you haven't even been looking, but the ScrapHappy membership group gets together a few times a month for different events that we do online. We chat, and lots of the gals join me here for this. And I think for me, it's just my chance to connect with other scrapbookers. It's a very positive setting. Sue says, and we're fun. Tina says, yeah, we're the best secret in the world, ScrapHappy. So, you know, I love it because it's not just me saying, hey, we're great. Like, these are the people that are part of the group, and they're saying it's great and they love it too. So I feel very confident in saying, like, come and join us, or at least check us out, because we do fun things every month. And starting on October 1st, we're having our next load challenge. And this one is by the members for the members. So it's only open to ScrapHappy members, and it's just something that we do for ourselves once a year. In February and May, of course, we'll have our load challenges that our members are part of, and then we open it up to the public so people can come in and see kind of with a non-committal. But honestly, we have so many gals that participate in load, and then they come and join our group. They're like, you guys are awesome. You guys are fun. So I need more of that. So our theme for this month of load is, shh, I've got a secret. And oh my goodness, the prompts are amazing and hilarious. And we've got some of our ScrapHappy sisters submitting sample layouts based on some of the prompts ahead of time. They get the little sneak peek by doing sample layouts. So there's inspiration every day. You get your prompt every day, and then we all share our pages in a Flickr gallery. So it's just a lot of fun. So if that sounds even remotely interesting to you, go to scraphappy.org and check it out. And we have like a satisfaction guaranteed policy. So if you buy your membership and by the end of the first month, you're not like, hey, this place is rocking and I'm really loving it, then let me know and I'll refund your money. I'm like totally cool with that, because we want people that want to be with us, right? Like it's not buyer beware. It's like, give it a try. And like, there's no worry that, you're going to get into something that you don't really like. Other than that, I can't wait until October starts, gals, and we'll be scrapbooking every day. If you are looking for our pages, anybody that's sharing them online is going to use the hashtag ScrapHappyFamily so that we can share our pages online. And you'll be able to see this page or these pages, I guess, that I made today on my blog, scrapbookwonderland.com, and on my Instagram, where I'm just at Alice Bowl. And I'll be sharing like hashtag the wild hair kits as well, be tagging them on that. So that's something else that you can look for. Okay, does anybody have any questions, any things that I forgot to say that I should have said? Anybody that wanted to show off something before I close this off and be like, look, I made this. I love it when we have people that do that, by the way. I love it so much. I can see Jenny is getting serious about scrapbooking. Oh, so Sue says, check us out for load in October. And Jenny's still sorting paper. And don't forget to use your 10% discount for the wild hair kits. Oh, sorry, I can't see what you're holding up there. Something about gifts. How about we take you off of mute?
Do the switch to me, and I'll just show a sneak peek of the background I just made for my page for load.
Here you go, Sue. You're on.
Okay. So that's the background I just made. It's going to get pictures. It's going to get pictures and journaling, but there you go, sneak peek. That's one of the prompts for the day.
Yay! Thank you so much for the sneak peek. That's awesome. I love it. So sneak peek for one of the prompts for our I've Got a Secret load that we have coming up in October. Okay. Awesome. That's so cool. Yeah. I can't wait to see how you build a page around that. Musical gifts. Sneak. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to say goodbye, and I hope everybody has a fabulous day. Thank you so much for joining me today. Congratulations to Patricia. Please don't forget to email me, Patricia. It's alice@alicebowl.com. I don't know if you've done that yet. I'll type it in here one more time. That is my email address, and I need your information. So send me a quick email so that we can get you your prize, so that you can get your awesome kit from the Wild Hair Kits too. Okay, I'll talk to y'all later. Have an awesome day, and happy scrapping.